Welcome back to OG Aesthetics 101, episode 5. Stay tuned.
That is my dog show. That is my dog. That is my dog show. That is my dog. Me and my dog. We hit them 2 in a row. Me and my dog. We hit them 2 in a row. They just keep on calling.
Yes, so we have accomplished all the other muscle groups, and today is finally leg day. Some of you guys are all about legs, leg fanatics. Y'all have great leg genetics. I don't blame you guys for loving legs. A little bit about my history. You know, I'm not exactly the one to train my legs religiously. I do it basically 1 time a week. And then whenever I really want to get a good pump or really get some hypertrophy in my legs, I'll train them 2 times a week. Honestly, that's pretty much the best advice I can give anyone that's trying to get their legs up. For me, there's a huge opportunity cost when I do legs 2 times a week. It really taxes the body and it gives me less time to focus on other aesthetics such as the shoulders, back, and chest, and arms, which I feel like I just enjoy doing them more. It's all personal preference, but you know, with legs, it really takes 2 times a week if you really want to make some gains. So if you're only doing it 1 time a week and you're just wondering why the gains aren't flowing in, your volume and frequency is probably just 1 training day away a week. For me, I actually got injured back in the day. Something went through my leg. I'm going to show you guys the scar. Just throw it up on the screen. But for a while, I had a tendon in my quad that was flinching and it just didn't operate correctly. So it took years and years to rehabilitate it through like leg presses and stuff like that, but eventually I was able to squat again. So I'm really blessed to be able to perform squats and leg workouts. Y'all know I've been working out for 12 years and it's not like I've been working out my legs for 12 whole years. That's what I'm trying to get at. But the reason legs is last in line for the aesthetics is because it really is all about the tapering effect of the shoulders, the back, and the chest, the top heavy aesthetics. Like if you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was always super top heavy, and then his legs, even though they were muscular, they weren't extremely monstrously jacked. He was building his vision and creating the aesthetic sculpture that he had pictured in his mind. And of course he could have worked his legs harder and got them as big as these guys today, you know, just mass monsters. As a natural, you're not going to get your legs as big as these guys. It really takes a lot of work and genetics if you want to get really big legs and high body fat content. Obviously, when you're working on aesthetics, your body fat content is going to be low. Believe it or not, like everyone has these striations that go up all the way up the legs, but if you don't see those, that means your body fat content is actually kind of high and you are holding fat in your legs. When you cut down, the legs are definitely not as big as when you have higher body fat. In shredded times, you definitely wish you could have a little bit more fat. But anyways, enough talking, we're gonna go in there. Definitely hit that notification bell, subscribe if you haven't, hit the like button if you guys have enjoyed this series so far. Let's get it. I got espresso today, so I feel like I'm gonna kill it. Done with warm-ups. Guys, if you don't like doing legs, I highly advise you guys to just at least do them, because long term, you're really gonna regret it when your upper body is so much more developed than your legs. So you guys gotta think long term, you know, the longer you go without doing your legs, the more you're gonna be dissatisfied in the future. But you could not care about legs, you know, just like me, I care more about my upper body. But my point is, I try to improve myself progress in legs at the same time. You definitely want to have your toes pointed out and then have your knees follow that point. Have it go along the line of sight of your toes. even though I carved up the past 2 days, I'm still feeling kind of weak. Probably just gonna get 3 of these, but the objective right now is just to fatigue the muscle, right? The real growth happens in the other exercises. You know, right now we just want to get everything warmed up and really worked in with some heavy weight. It's just really nice to start it off with that compound movement and get it real fired up. Struggling a little hard in the last set. We're just going to try and get 2 reps. And then we're going to drop the weight off and then rep it out with 225 as a drop set. And we're going to move on. Alright, taking a little break, moving on to the leg press. But guys, as you can see, definitely fatigue from that. Now is the objective, as it should for a lot of other muscle groups. I'm sure you guys have seen the trend or the theme for everything. Definitely want to fatigue the muscle with the compound movement, and then move on to accessories and really grind out and sap out all the energy you have left to really break down the muscle. Just starting off with these 2 plates. Got it on the second setting. I'm about 5 feet 11 inches. So I feel like the second setting on like most leg presses, hammer strength, or nautilus, you know, the second setting works well for me. Depending on a different setting, it's going to hit different parts of your legs. And your body's just definitely going to work well with the correct setting. So you got to find that. Try to get that low rest time, y'all. I'm doing 8 to 10 reps. Just in 8 reps. Honestly, in my opinion, this is where the real growth happens. A lot of people, they just squat and they like squatting and they're good at squatting, but they neglect the leg press. I feel like the leg press is where all the magic happens. Imagine if you did your regular awesome squat session and then killed it with 5 to 8 sets of leg press. If you guys don't use the machines and you're wondering why your legs aren't going as quickly as you want them to, definitely incorporate other leg workouts like the leg press. I feel like a lot of people get their squats done and they're done. That's not a leg day. Nautilus leg press is way harder than the hammer strength, by the way. I can do like 9, 11 plates with the hammer strength. This is rough right here. Gotta get them gains though. It's getting real heavy. main objective is to focus on my core. I don't want to let it loose and then not be able to get the breath back up. So I'm gonna hold my breath at the bottom of the motion. Oh shit. That was it. That's it for that. Alright guys, pro tip. Do the calves so you don't forget to do the calves. And it gives you some time to rest your quads and your hamstrings when we go to the accessory movements. Check these calves out. You gotta have the veins running through it. Gotta get that time under tension, y'all. Real slow and controlled. Alright, so we're moving on to hamstrings. So we do it in list of priority of what we want to work out. So calves, definitely my second priority. And then hamstrings is next. That's why we're knocking it out now. The objective here is not to flail around. So you want to do nice, slow, and controlled, alright? Get that contraction, alright? Very mind muscle connected muscle. So moving on to another hamstring exercise. I notice a lot of people, not only do they just stop at the squats, but if they do the accessory movements, they only do one machine. If your gym has two machines, hit it because it hits it from different angles. And that's exactly what we need for growth. So let's do it. Moving on to the leg extensions, one of the main events today. You know, you gotta get those quads straight, you gotta get the quads big. Whenever someone thinks of strong legs, all they think about is like, what does the quads look like? Definitely have two of these machines here. I'm gonna work those out and I'm gonna finish off with lunges to get the quads again. Moving on to another leg extension. I know it's not a different angle, but it is a different machine, so we're just going to do it to get an even more efficient exercise. Pumped right now. Definitely going to use these outer thigh and inner thigh machines, but I'm not gonna get that on tape because that's not really that exciting, huh? If you really want to destroy your legs, definitely do lunges after we've done all those sets and reps of all those leg exercises. So I like doing them without shoes because honestly I don't want to increase my ab powers. Alright y'all, we are done with the legs, but we are moving on to rack pulls above the knee. The reason I'm doubling up on rack pulls above the knee is because legs incorporates a lot of heavy lifting with the leg press like we're doing, and then I was doing heavy weight for my squat. So what this is actually doing is it is increasing exercise-induced growth hormone, and as a natural for you, it is in your best interest to do as many exercises that can boost this growth hormone. You can get good sleep, and utilizing intermittent fasting, and then continuing that fast to get the most growth hormone secretion that your body can do. So instead of these rack pulls above the knees, guys, you can replace it with deadlifts. I don't do deadlifts personally because they're so taxing on the body. It takes a long time to do them because of that. Rack pulls above the knee, very easy to load and unload when I'm only doing like 4 or 5 is the heaviest amount of weight. And the sets are quick, guys, so if you want a quick boost of growth hormone, definitely do the rack pulls above the knee for convenience. That's what I do. Like, anytime I have extra time, just knock out like 3 or 4 sets of rack pulls real quick. To say the least, guys, that was a really good workout. Same method, just fatigue the muscle and then knock out those accessory movements, because I feel like that's where the real growth happens. You know, a lot of people, they sell themselves short. They do the squats and the compound lifts, and obviously that's the main event, but that's where they stop. There's so many more ways to tax your body and really destroy the muscle. So when you do eat and get the appropriate amount of rest, you know, you actually build the optimal amount of muscle. You know, a lot of people are focused on getting those numbers and those lifts, but you know, I don't train for getting the highest squat I can. You know, I train to break down the muscle, build back as much muscle as possible, and I call it a day. Every day you do the right thing and stay consistent with it, down the road it's definitely gonna pay off, y'all. So just keep at it. You know, you're not going to see results instantly, but one day everyone's going to be calling you a fake natty on one of your viral videos. And that's what we do it for as naturals, man. This is what I told myself back in the day. I was like, I want my shoulders to look just like a steroid user, so everyone would think that I'm on steroids, but I want to be able to tell them that I did it completely naturally. And that's basically what goes into building this series and this aesthetic physique. As a natural, it's critical to hit those body parts and target them to give you that look. You can work out the same split, the bro split, for such a long time, and then you'll end up looking blocky and you won't have that look. I feel like a lot of you guys are going through that right now because you're not prioritizing the right muscle groups, and that actually happened to me. So I've spent the last 5 years tweaking my physique and getting my lats bigger, my shoulders bigger, and my upper chest. All right, y'all, another successful episode in the books. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this last workout of this series. If you have special leg exercises that you want to share or give some tips to everyone else, definitely leave them in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you guys have already subscribed and you haven't hit that notification bell, definitely hit the notification bell, because I got a lot of good content coming soon, trying to give you all that quality stuff. And again, if y'all like the way my physique looks, I compiled a 14-page ebook for y'all so you can conveniently get like me and utilize my optimal protocols and strategies. So link is in the description. Ultimate all-in-one guide to get your best physique. If you guys have nice weather, definitely go out and enjoy the weather, y'all. I really appreciate your time. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.